$100,000. What if this was the year that you made that much in your business? And what if you used a free tool called, Instagram to do so? That means no ad costs. And if you're a coach or service provider, you likely don't have team expenses yet, so most of that 100K goes right back to you. And what if it all felt, dare I say, easy and fun? In this video, I'm breaking down how in 2024, a coach or service provider can bring in their next 100K all from Instagram. Now, to have a 100K year, let's say you have 4 clients and they're each paying $1,000 a month. So that's $4,000 a month. And then let's say you have a low ticket digital product for $100. You would need to sell 43 of these to bring in an additional $4,300 a month. In total, that is $8,300 a month, which gives you a 100K year. Now, 43 digital product sales might feel like a lot, but that's only 11 sales a week or 1.5 sales a day. So that's what we have to work with. Now, how do we use Instagram to make these sales happen? Well, if we zoom out, you only need to make 520 sales in your whole year to make 100,000K. Here's how that breaks down. You have 4 clients a month, each paying $1,000. So that is $4,000 a month, or in total, $48,000 for the year. Now you need 516 sales of your $100 product to bring in an additional $51,600. In total, your $48,000 from coaching and your $52,000 from digital products gives you a $100,000 year. Now back to my earlier point, needing 520 sales over the course of the year might feel like a lot, but did you know there are 2 billion monthly active users on Instagram? So it begs the question, do you think you could find 520 people on Instagram who need what you're selling in order for you to hit those sales? That's the real question. Now think about that. That is only 0.0000026% of the people on Instagram. So I think you can do it. 500 people out of 2 billion, it's possible. I see it all the time. Now your action step right now is to figure out what your own money breakdown will look like for this coming year based on the services and products you have to sell. If you're still with me and you know how many units of your offers you need to sell to hit 100K, you might still be on the fence about social media because maybe it feels busy, maybe it feels oversaturated, maybe you're exhausted by it. But the truth is social media is far from over. And in fact, the opportunity there is still massive. People are buying from their phones today more than ever before because they're already on their phones because of social media. Let's look at the stats from Black Friday 2023. Salesforce reported that 79% of all shopping happened on mobile handsets. People are there to buy. Now, 2024 is also looking like the rise of the lurker because we are seeing people actually become more passive on social media. They're posting less, but that means they're hungry for content, and that's where you come in. That's where you have a market to serve. So where do you even begin with your Instagram strategy? Well, this might sound obvious, but you always want to start with your audience and find out why are they on Instagram, and more importantly, why are they following you? Because the truth is 54% of people use social media first to connect with their friends and families, and 27% of people use it to keep up with news. So no one's really hopping on social media expecting to be sold to. However, after staying in touch with their family and friends, the top reason they use social media is to be entertained and to mentally unwind. Now, entertainment doesn't necessarily mean humor like stand-up comedy. It can also mean providing inspiration, getting people excited, motivated, or just feeling something. It's the same reason why people turn on the TV or Netflix or read a book to unwind after work. People want to veg out. So when you're planning your 2024 Instagram strategy, you gotta know why people are following you, what do they want from you, what's their biggest challenge, how can you help them, what's keeping them up at night, if you could wave a magic wand, what would they want different about their life, all those good market research questions that we sometimes ignore but really shouldn't. Now, if you already have a small audience on Instagram, they're the perfect people to start asking these questions too. You can use the question sticker in your stories and just start poking around. Ask these questions and see what people share back with you. The next thing you need to do is, wait for it, provide value through your content. I know it's not the first time you've heard it, but there are others in your industry who are providing value and they are attracting your target customers. So you really need to look at your content critically and think, would I engage with this if I were in their shoes? Is this interesting to share? Does it make me laugh? Does it make me feel something? So think, how can you provide more value to your target customers more than anyone else in your industry? I know it's not an easy question to answer, but you want to start thinking like that, and slowly surely that muscle is going to build. Now, I've got a few tips for you in this content department because that is my jam. Number one, hooks matter. Hooks are what hook people in, whether it's what you're saying or what they visually see on screen in your content. Now, people have tons of accounts to choose from to follow. So you need to capture their attention literally within the first 1 to 2 seconds. So you can't waste your time by pausing or umming or ahhing. You need to spend most of your time on the very first thing that you're gonna say or the very first thing you're gonna write. In 2024, carousels or photo dumps are still big, and people are calling them photo dumps more than carousels, FYI. Gen Z taught me that. So when you're doing your photo dumps, think about mixing up your media, including different photos, different videos. You don't have to be too curated here, but the point is to be real and show some interesting stuff. Now, Reels on Instagram and Facebook get 2 billion plays per day. So we're not sleeping on Reels. Reels are not old news. And in fact, I would include Reels and TikTok in this short form video marketing strategy. So you gotta get on that if you haven't yet. I've got a ton of videos on this channel for you to get started as well. The easiest type of reel you can make is simply filming some B-roll and adding some snappy text on top. I personally love this strategy, and this is exactly what I did for my team when I went on my maternity leave for 4 months. I set them up with a ton of B-roll and they were able to keep my channels going without me having to post at all. Another effective reel that you can make that's pretty quick and easy is screenshotting a news article or a headline in your industry that's relevant to your target follower, and then using the green screen effect and bringing it up behind you. Gary Vee swears by this model, so it's probably worth checking out. Now, once you have the headline up behind you, you're on camera and you're just gonna give your own take on it. The noises in the background are my baby. He's filming with me today. Now, once you have the headline up behind you, all you're gonna do is take 15, 20 seconds to report on it and maybe even give your own take as well. So your action step. Let's say 10% of people who see that link actually click on it. That means we need 110 people to make it to the sales page each week for you to get those 11 sales. Math, right? At a 10% conversion rate, that means we need 110 people to click over onto your sales page in order for you to get those 11 sales, right? You with me here? Now let's assume we get a crazy high click-through rate of 92%, just like we get with our Instagram DM automation strategy. Check out the screenshots. So that means we actually need 120 people to comment or engage with our posts, our stories, our link in bio every single week, where the call to action is the digital product that we're selling. Now let's break it down further. Let's say you're posting to your feed 4 times per week and you're sharing in your stories 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. That's 19 pieces of content. That's 19 opportunities for you to share about your digital product. Now, you only need 7 people to comment or click on the link for each of those 19 posts or stories that you do every single week. Does that feel doable? This is the math, my friend, and this is how we break it down so it's not completely overwhelming. Now, when you have a piece of content that knocks it out of the park, you can pin it to the top of your grid so that it becomes an evergreen lead engine, just like this carousel post for me. This post was shared in October, and all the way through till January, it's still generating leads and sales to my business. Yay! I've touched on my Instagram DM automation system a little bit in this video, but I've actually put my entire system into a mini course called Message Magic. It's a 3-step program on getting your Instagram to sell for you 24/7, even if you have 0 team members or limited time in your day. And actually, this is the exact system I used to take 4 months off for my maternity leave, and my business still continued to make $60,000 to $80,000 a month. Wild. Now, I've created a $50 coupon code just for you, my YouTube subscribers, so I'll leave the link and the code right below this video. Now, next, when it comes to your Instagram strategy, we gotta talk about relationships, because yes, there are 2 billion users on the app. So you're gonna stand out by showing up as yourself and investing in real relationships with real people, because that's how people are gonna buy from you, especially if you're a coach or service provider. Now, if up until this point you've had low followers and low engagement, it doesn't mean you're shadow banned. It just means that you need to get super clear in your communication about what problem you help your target followers solve. I know, easier said than done. And you need to create your content in such a way that you are providing value, aka a reason for people to pay attention to you. Now check this out. Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, has confirmed that relationships matter the most on Instagram. In fact, more and more people are spending time watching stories and DMing other accounts. They're not in the newsfeed anymore. The stories and DMs are where people are already already spending their time, so meet them where they're at. Here's your action step. I want you to actually talk about your coaching and services offerings. I know, crazy thought, but a lot of coaches and service providers forget to talk about their actual offers. I also want you to share the results you help your clients get, and I want you to invite curious followers to DM you, because the DMs are where sales happen. Just like Becky Keene, who's sold a $7,500 coaching package with ease all through the DMs. Now here's a fun thing. You can also add hot leads or ideal clients to your close friends list, and you can even share reels specifically just for your close friends. So this is a cool way to give more value to the people who are your warmest leads and most likely to become your next client. You got all that? You got your 100K strategy down? I'm excited for you. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to do this. Now, if you want to get a taste of what's inside Message Magic, my mini course on how to get your DMs all automated and selling for you 24/7, I have created a free taste for you right in this video. Watch it next.